What's up, you guys? It's the girl Ernisha, and I'm here with another video for you guys today. So I'm doing a makeup video, and I'm just doing a talk over while I'm doing my makeup. So the video that I am doing today is going to be the 5 traits to look for before starting a relationship. So, if you're thinking about starting a relationship with someone, or if you're even just dating or whatever like that, these are just some tips that I feel you should look for when before starting a relationship. The first thing that I think you should look for is a person who is very family oriented. And I mean, they don't have to be like at every family function or nothing like that, but I mean, at least have respect for their family and their family have respect for them. When you're looking for someone, especially for females, I mean, when you're looking for a dude, I think that you should make sure that he at least has a good relationship with his mom. If you don't really have a good relationship with your mom, then I mean, I don't know, I just couldn't date you, because it's just like, if you don't respect your mama, I know you're not gonna respect me, so yeah, that's very important. And of course, he has to be a God fearing man. Now, I mean, everybody does not believe in God, but I mean, just a person who has morals and standards about themselves. But for me personally, I mean, he has to be a God fearing man, period, point blank. But for other people who don't believe in God, or who have their own religions or whatever they have going on, just a person who has morals about themselves. There's certain standards that people should just have about themselves. And that leads me to the next thing, which is, does the person have a sense of dignity about themselves? Basically, just the way the person carries themselves. When you see them, do they look nice? Do they look well groomed? Do they look like they take care of themselves? Just does that person seem like they exude a sense of confidence about themselves? um that's like a major thing, because the person has to have confidence in themselves for it to work with you, because they have to feel comfortable with themselves so that the relationship can work with you. And you have to feel comfortable with yourself and have dignity within yourself before looking for a relationship, which kind of leads to my next topic, which is the person self-sufficient? And when I say self-sufficient, I mean, like, does the person work? Does the person have their own house? Does the person have their own car? Does the person live with their parents? If they do live with their parents, do they have some type of living arrangement? And you have to be self-sufficient within yourself. You have to be focused on yourself and know what you want in your life, and then that way you can determine, okay, this is what I'm willing to deal with another person in a relationship, because okay, this is my circumstances, this is how what I have going on, and this is what I'm willing to deal with this person. So you have to know your standards within yourself, and you have to be self-sufficient within yourself and be able to take care of yourself before even trying to get into a relationship with someone, because you never want to be in a situation where you feel like you're trapped, or you're just there because okay, this person is taking care of me, or I'm gonna stay with this person because I feel bad, because if I leave, they're not gonna have nowhere to go, or whatever. Both parties need to be self-sufficient. Okay. So the fourth topic is there a vibe or a connection? Now, only you can determine whether or not there is a connection between you and another person. If you feel a connection with that person, cool. But don't just base it off if you feel a connection, because just because you feel a connection, it doesn't necessarily mean that the other person feels that same connection. So you just have to basically go off vibes. If you getting a vibe like the person not really feeling you, 9 times out of 10, the person not really feeling you. So don't try to force a connection and don't try to force a vibe. Just because you feeling a person or you like a person, that doesn't necessarily mean that person feel that same way about you. So you really have to feel out the connection before really trying to jump into a relationship, or before feeling like you're trying to, I don't have nothing. Man, I'm trying to record a video. He coming over here begging for money. These people crazy. I'm sorry. But don't try to force a connection. Don't try to force a vibe. I mean, just feel it for what it is. And if you feel like your intuition is going to tell you if a person is feeling you or not. And if you feel like this person not really feeling me, then you might as well just let that go. Let it be what it is. I mean, and that leads to my last tip, which is having good communication skills. You need to be able to have good communication skills when dealing with other people, because like I said, you might have a vibe, or that person might have a vibe. That person might be feeling you more than you feeling them. But you have to be able to communicate with that person and let them know, look, this is how I feel. And if that person is not feeling the same way as you, y'all need to have an understanding. Okay, this is what it is. And if you can't come to an understanding, then it's dead. It's over with. Y'all don't even need to be talking. But, you know, communication is key. Communication and trust is very important in a relationship. But I mean, we're not gonna get into trust, because that's just a whole nother level of relationship. But this is just for basically before starting a relationship. You just have to have good communication skills, and you have to be able to communicate with other people. And if the other person does not have good communication skills, then you need to either let them know how you feel, or that need to be dead. Because I mean, it's just gonna be basically like beating a dead horse, and you're never gonna get nowhere, and you're gonna be unhappy. So don't even stress yourself out and put yourself in a situation where you feel like you can't express yourself because the other person feelings gonna get hurt, or they gonna be mad, or whatever. If you can't communicate with somebody, then y'all don't need to be talking. Like, that's just it, period. So yeah, you guys, well, I hope you guys found this video interesting and helpful. I hope my tips was kind of helpful. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Long as we got down with these niggas, I don't love these niggas, I dust off these niggas, do it for fun, don't take